Hey mathematicians, let's do your homework. Okay, so the first section is vocabulary words. I'm not going to go over them. We did define them in class. You're just matching these three words to one of those three spaces. Each word gets used once. In section 2, you're reading the word problem and you're writing an equation based off of these variables. So remember, an equation, which you probably should have learned the definition to when you defined it above, has an equal sign. Equations have equal signs. So let's read the first one and we'll model. You have a coupon. A coupon is like money off, money that you don't have to pay. For $5 off your total bill at Mama's Meals on Main. Here we're defining a variable. That's what this let and then letter is. You're basically saying B equals the amount of money in your total bill. Probably they picked B because bill starts with a B, but you really can define any letter so long as you tell me what it's actually going to mean in the context of this problem. So we have B, that's our variable, for our total bill. And then we also have a second variable, P, that's going to represent the amount you will pay. Okay, so you have letters, you have numbers. Well, what are you supposed to do? My best advice is make up an example. How much does it cost to go to a restaurant? I don't know. Let's say you're going and it costs, choose something easy, $20. If the bill is $20, how do you figure out how much you actually have to pay if you're taking $5 off? So step one is to think about, like, what operation? Are you adding money? Are you subtracting money? Are you multiplying to get multiple groups of money? Are you dividing? Taking money off is subtraction. So if you, in this imaginary scenario, had to pay $20 and you're taking $5 off, you would write that as 20 minus 5. There's no actual 20 in this problem. That's how much our bill is in pretend. We are going to write B for bill. So if our bill is $20 and we take $5 off, we are subtracting 5. Notice I'm not putting the dollar sign in there. I know it's dollars, but in an equation or an expression, you don't write your symbols or your units. B minus $5. What does that equal? Well, if we're pretending our bill is $20, 20 minus 5 equals 15. 15 is what you'd actually have to pay. P is the letter, the variable that we're using to represent what you actually have to pay. It's important that you have two variables and one number and one operation symbol. Even if you're choosing my strategy of make up an imaginary number to help you figure it out, you should not put your imaginary numbers in the answer. You should also watch out for your handwriting because my handwriting is maybe not so great. That 5 could be confused for a letter S. So since we now have letters and numbers, you just want to be extra sure that your handwriting is really crystal clear. So same idea for all of these three. You're going to write a little expression. I'm sorry, not an expression. Expressions don't have equal signs. You're going to write a little equation that should have two variables, one operation, and one number. Sometimes it'll be a constant like minus 5, and sometimes it'll be a coefficient like times a number or divided by a number. Second page. This is probably easier, but I did just give you these two vocab words. Numerical just means number. What's the number coefficient? The coefficient is the co-captain, the co-partner, the number that goes together with a variable. A constant is constantly wishing that they had a letter, a variable, to be their best friend too. They do not have a variable attached to them, and they are separated by a plus or a minus sign. So in this example here, 9 is separated from y by a plus or minus sign. So 9 is our constant. Poor 9 does not have a variable best friend. Y also kind of looks like y is alone though. You can see over here how 46 and n are smushed together. That shows us they're being multiplied. So 46 would be our coefficient there. But remember that we said if you cannot see the number in front of y, you count how many letter y's there are. I see 1. Our coefficient is secretly a 1. We just don't need to spend the extra pencil ink writing 9 plus 1y when you can count and see, oh, I only see 1y. So if you don't see a coefficient, it's a 1. I already said what the coefficient was here, so I hope you're paying attention. Also, remember that it's okay not to have a constant. I would just write no constant here because there's nothing that's added or subtracted to the variable and its coefficient. No constant. That's fine. Not every expression or equation has one. Finally, oops, the lights went out in my classroom. Finally, you're doing more of what we did yesterday and today in our Do First. You're doing more prime factorization. I just made the numbers really, really hard, so I gave you the first step. You need to continue it, like in this example here, and write me the final prime factorization. Remember that it should have exponents and it should be from least to greatest. And then you're done with your homework.